So XML, it will store values, correct? But
Yeah.
XSD, it will define structure of the elements. It will define.
Yeah.
Okay, structure of the elements. So like when we use forms, right? So okay, so it will define structure of the elements. Like when we are connecting with source system or when we are connecting with the target system. So this XSD will define, okay, brand, what type of element it is. It will store only string or integer or a date format. Then it should accept only numbers or it should accept characters, like that. Those everything we will define in the XSD layer. Okay. If anyone enter the values into the XSD, so it will create XML. Okay.
Okay. Okay. So if you modify the XSD, XML will be created, is it?
Yes, yes. So I'll based on our source system or target system data. So whoever enters brand, model, price, so XML will be generated with this XSD. Okay. So in
Okay.
OIC, no need to create, no need to write any code. Okay. So everything will be taken care by tool. But only when we are developing SOAP web service, yes, we need to alter, okay, XSD. That's why I'm explaining. So when we go for XSD, XML version 1.0 will be there. This is the fixed, and schema we called as a XSD. XML and S, when we are using XML code, right? So that's why by using XML we are preparing a XSD. That's why we are defining namespace, XML namespace. Okay, W3ORG 2000 schema. Okay, then forget about XS. I'll explain later. Okay, then we need to prepare a car element. So that's why element name car. Okay, whatever the element name you are expecting, same name you can print here. Okay, so when you are defining complex type and child, simple type element, parent element and child element, so you need to define complex type and sequence tag. Okay, that's it, right? So then element and now you are expecting brand element. So element name equal to brand and type equal to string. Clear? So string means it will accept numbers and characters.
Yeah.
Int means it will accept only numbers. Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
So this is a self close. Okay. This is a
So you gave one
self close.
example to me. I mean, you gave one this thing assignment, if you remember last week.
So this is how, again we need to in reverse order we need to close sequence. We need to close complex type. We need to close element, not car. Okay. Then you need to close schema. Okay. So like this.
Oh,
So
okay.
same one. I'll explain.
Yes.
I'll write for books. Books, movies, author, price. Okay. Then comics, author, price. Like this. Okay. So how we write? So I'll alter same. So now our parent element will be books, right? So I'll write
Book.
books. Then books has two childs, movies and comics. So again, first complex type, sequence, I'll write. Then again I'll write element name equal to element name equal to movies. Then element has two childs again, author and price. So that's why again I need to define complex type and sequence.
Oh,
Correct.
okay.
Then
So,
I can
mm,
write two elements.
okay.
Okay. So this one is author. This one is price. So then now I need to close sequence. Okay. Then I'll close complex type. Okay. Then I'll
Mm.
close element. This is the element, right?
Okay. So here in line 44, you have mentioned access colon element name, but on
Uh,
line 47, you've just mentioned element name. Is that
no,
okay
no,
or
no.
we have to take
Just
access?
no. It's mandatory everywhere. Okay, I need to write just
Um,
okay. Then now movies is completed. Again, one more
mm,
child is there for books, comics. Same thing. I'll copy paste. Okay,
mm.
comics. Okay. Now movies is completed and comics is completed. Now sequence we need to close. Sequence close, complex type close, element close. Now you got it right.
Mm. But you have to write access, right? That you have not written.
Everywhere it's mandatory.
Oh, okay, okay.
Okay, this is
Oh.
fine, right? Now I'll share. So why we are using access everywhere?
Mm.
Okay, so
Mm.
we need to we need to define namespace each and every element
Oh,
before.
access is equal to namespace. Ah, okay.
Okay, replace all like this. Okay, so it will look hard. So that's why we are storing we are storing
In a
full
variable.
namespace into the access. So that's why everywhere we are keeping access. Fine,
Okay,
right?
okay. Ah, understood.
Then
Yeah.
okay. Now this is like a we called as a prefix. So now like okay. Now we'll go for more complex XST. Okay.
Mm.
Now this is full-fledged um XST. So we are defining XML NS. This is we call as a default namespace. And for each XSD, okay, for every XSD, default namespace is a mandatory. So if you add a default namespace, then we can't differentiate two XSDs, right? So that's why you can define target namespace. Target namespace is a okay. Target namespace is um we can define anything like www.nishan.com. So if you want to differentiate two XSDs, we can
Hmm.
use uh, with the target namespace. Okay. So
Okay. Hmm.
then, so if any element like car, before that I learned cars, cars. Okay. If you want to add n number of, okay, like this, so it should parent element should accept multiple records, correct? So if
Hmm.
you want to accept, we have a proper attributes, okay. Min
Hmm.
occurs means 1 and max occurs unbounded. We can write, if you write 10, so it will accept only 10 records. If you write unbounded, so n number of records will be accepted IT field, okay.
Okay, no. So a main is Capgemini. Under Capgemini, we are writing element IT. So we can define n number of IT element only.
Implies, implies
Oh,
IT
n
implies data. So
employees
same like
data.
cars
Uh,
only. Car. Okay.
uh, okay, got it.
So
Okay, different value. One Maruti, one this thing Polo,
Capgemini.
like that. Volkswagen, Skoda, like that. You can add different brands.
Yes,
So
yes.
everything comes under car.
Yes, yes. Capgemini
Uh,
IT. Capgemini. So here IT name, name, ID, ID, project, project. So like this. So one is mission and then second, sorry, and then second, 200. So the 300. So multiple employee can surrender, right? So
hmm.
if you want to support like this, IT should be repeated means in the parent element, like in IT, max occurs unbounded, we can write. Okay.
Hmm.
So
Okay, got it.
if
Hmm.
same property, same attribute, if you write with for simple type element, if you write complex type element, it will repeat that the parent element, correct? Whole parent element, whole complex type element
Hmm.
will be repeated. If you
Uh,
write for simple type element, this is a simple type element, right?
uh,
It contains only value. Simple type element contains only value. Complex type
okay.
element contains child elements, okay, and attributes, correct? So
Uh,
if you write element for simple type element like min occurs and max occurs, so
hmm.
min occurs once means it's a mandatory to write value. Okay. So if I say, if I where it is, so I'll remove first name and I'll try to hit name. See, first name is mandatory. So it means backend they have written min occurs 1. If I mention min occurs 0, that is not a mandatory element. 0
Okay.
means not mandatory. 1
Uh,
means mandatory.
mandatory. Uh,
Yeah.
uh,
So max occurs also we can provide 1 only. Why? Because ID element should not be repeated. This is not a parent
hmm.
element. Okay.
Okay.
Then phone number. Phone number. minimum and maximum length should be 10 length. This will be characters, 10 characters. At that time we can write min length 10, max length 10. Clear?
So what is min and max there? Maximum allowed is 10, minimum allowed is also 10, like that.
Yeah, phone number every time it will be 10 only, right?
No, instead only length equals 10, we cannot write like that.
No.
Okay, this is the format. Okay.
Yeah, attribute. These are fixed
Hmm.
attributes for XSD.
Okay.
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 And yes, yes, you want to write restrictions between 18 to 100.
Hmm.
So at
Oh.
that time you can write element name equal to age, simple type, and restrictions. One more element we call as a restrictions. Min
Hmm.
inclusive 18, max inclusive 100. Okay.
Hmm.
So min inclusive 100, sorry 18 and max inclusive. This is the one more property. So these are properties no need to remember. So
Hmm.
directly we can Google it and then we can get it. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
No need to. Just I'm explaining 4 to 5
Hmm.
restrictions and attributes
Hmm.
how it look like. Then gender. Gender only male and female should be accepted. So at that time we can
Hmm.
write enumeration male, enumeration female.
Hmm. Okay.
Okay. Enumeration male and enumeration female we can write. Like this, we can write restrictions and we can write we can use attributes in the XSD.
Hmm. Got it. So you're saying for any other attribute or any other field, now we have just given age and gender and all that. If something else comes, so that if we Google what to add in the
Yes,
restriction,
yes.
we'll get to
Uh,
know. Huh?
restriction. We can just Google it restrictions. Suppose if you want to write a restriction for email,
Email.
so in the email, at the rate should be there, at
Uh,
dot is there, correct? So how
uh,
we are
uh.
going to validate in Gmail? So
Hmm.
dot and at the rate is mandatory.
Hmm.
Okay.
Hmm.
So if you
Hmm.
want to get that restriction,
Hmm.
Gmail or email ID validation restrictions in XSD. So pattern. Okay. So for that pattern, see simple one. It should contain A to Z. Somewhere control it. So like this restrictions pattern.
Hmm.
Okay. At the rate and dot. Okay.
Hmm.
Like
We
this.
have to define a pattern like this. Okay.
Like this we can add. Okay. Got
Hmm.
it right.
Understood. Okay.
So
Okay. But it
no.
gets little complex.
Yes. So I'll share this XSD. Okay, both
Hmm.
XSD you can go through.
Hmm.
Okay, now
Yeah.
now we can see which the okay.
Hmm.
So which means
I know
web
I've seen
service.
somewhere web service distribution list.
Yes. Web service. Web service means
Hmm.
um, so what we call web service. So
So any request and response is called a web service between two servers.
yes. So a piece of code available in the internet. Okay, it will accept request and response back as well. Okay, so that we call as web service. So whatever in the internet, if it accepts any input, that we call as a web service. So for that, if you write code in Java, .NET, PHP, or Java, OIC, anything, so that's called as a web service. Okay. Usually two types of web services are there. So web service
and
is
REST.
old technology and REST APIs. Okay. So SOAP web services, if you want to develop SOAP web service, you need a WSDL file. Okay. If you want to develop a SOAP web service, you need a WSDL file. Okay. For REST, WADL file, but automatically tool will generate WADL file. But for SOAP, we need to prepare WSDL file manually. Okay.
Okay.
So if you want to expose, no, already we can take other, if you know what all the elements are there, how we are going to write. So then it will be very easy. We can alter by seeing old code. Okay. So
Sorry, your
WSDL
voice
file.
was breaking. Yeah, WSDL file we have to create manually. Till then I could hear.
Yes, WSDL file we need to create mandatory whenever if you want to develop a SOAP web service. Whenever if you want to develop a REST APIs, no WADL file will be created, but no need to create. Automatically tool will generate.
Okay.
Okay. So if you want to develop a WSDL file, WSDL has 5 elements. WSDL has five elements. Types, messages, port types, bindings, services. Okay. A WSDL file contains 5 elements. So types contains attributes we call as a schema. Schema will be defined inside types. Okay. So if you want to expose as a web service, it means you are expecting input from something, correct? So what are the elements you are expecting? Those elements, with that elements, you need to create a schema. That schema should write inside the types element. Clear? So messages contains elements. So in the schema, we write the name, age, ID, location, right? So those elements will be referred by messages. Okay. Port type
Values,
means
messages means elements means values we are giving for what we are defined in schema.
no. Only this one, like this: name, ID, phone number, age. These
Oh,
are the
this is
elements.
called messages. Okay.
It will refer to messages.
Hmm.
And port type means operations. So operations in the sense, like we have a synchronous, asynchronous, one way will be there. Okay. So web service has 3 types: synchronous, asynchronous, one way. So synchronous means request, when we enter a request, we'll get response back immediately.
Okay.
Which web service is going to respond back immediately with response, either success or failure, that we called as a synchronous web service.
Okay.
Okay. So it means single port type will be there. One request will be transferred and response will be coming back. Then only second request will be accepted.
Okay.
300 seconds is the response time. In
Okay.
OIC, SOVA it will be 45 seconds only.
Okay.
So same thing. So best example, WhatsApp messages or else this one, which one? Phone Pay. Normal text message. Once it's sent, it will give the tick mark. It won't keep 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours. It won't wait to send. It will fail after some time. Correct. So that those are synchronous web services. Asynchronous means long running services. Request will be sent by different port. Response will be sent by different port. Clear? So it means continuously request is accepting and response also coming back in different port. Two different ports are there. So like Flipkart. In Flipkart, we can book multiple orders. One order will be delivered in 1 day. Another order will be delivered in 1 week. So that keep on transaction will be alive. Correct? So
Right.
one way means fire and forget. Fire and forget means just we send request to the target. That's it.
Any example
Okay.
for this one? One
So
way?
one way just we are sending input to the target. We are not expecting any response.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Okay. Like
So
Gmail login, we just log in, right? Without expecting any
mm,
response from it. Okay.
while writing code, only you need to take care of only 3 elements. Okay. So these 2 elements will be comes with when we are deploying into the server. So bindings means HTTP information.
Okay.
Info like you are deploying your code into in which environment, like a secure server or non-secure server. Those HTTP information will be stored automatically bindings tag and services tag. It will be endpoint URL. Endpoint URL.
Okay.
Okay. So endpoint URL will be stored in the services. Okay. I'll show you visual. So I have created one visual. So this visual contains for calculator addition program. So types. So inside types, I'm writing schema. Okay. So, so process is the input. Inside process, we have a X and Y. Two elements I have added. Okay. And one more element, two complex type elements, element process response. In the process response, I have added Z. Okay. So in the messages, we refer process, and another one is response. We are referring Z. Okay. We are referring elements in the visual.
Okay.
Then port type is operations. So it means only one operation contains input and output elements. Okay, that's we call it synchronous service. If two operations contains
Hello?
so one operation contains only input, other operation contains only output. That's we call as a synchronous service. Two ports. This is two ports. Okay. If two ports are there, that is asynchronous. So synchronous means single port contains input and output elements. Got it right?
Got it. But okay.
Yeah, like
It
this.
looks complex to me
In this,
first time. I don't know.
Yes, yes. Request will be transfer here and response will transfer back. Okay.
Okay.
So it means request input and output elements will be there in single element, single operation. That's
Okay.
we
Then
called
it
as a
is synchronous.
synchronous. Asynchronous means long running. Long running means two port types are there. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's we called as a asynchronous services. So this this part, okay, everything it will be fixed. So most of the time we won't develop any web services, but we can alter most of the cases inside schema only, as per our requirement, as per input elements.
Okay.
Got it right? Okay.
Got it.
This is a install file will be there. So from tomorrow we can develop.
Mm.
We have completed XML, XSD. These all are part we have completed. The race, JSON and REST we'll discuss
Mm.
later when we discuss with the REST. Okay.
Okay.
From tomorrow we can develop few services using
Mm.
SOAP.
Okay.